My last segment tonight is a nod to some of the best fans in college football that we found last season, and also truth. I truly believe this statement. So I want to make sure that I talked about this on our first episode of the rebirth of Slasher You here at the Daily Slash. Why you should not be sleeping on the University of Texas San Antonio, the UTSA, in the American Conference in 2023. Now, UTSA had a great season last year. They wound up losing a heartbreaking bowl loss to Troy, but when you look at what they did last year, some of the impressive wins they had, and it all sat behind, arguably, I think, the best quarterback in G5 and Frank Harris. Now, you're going to probably hear a lot of people say, hey, that's Michael Pratt of Tulane. Nobody. It's Frank Harris. That guy is absolutely incredible. Go ahead. I challenge you to look up. You can probably just find it if you went latest news and just Google search Frank Harris. But the story that he has for this offseason, if I already love the guy for what he's done for the community of San Antonio, what I've seen from him on the field, just an all-around good person, let alone amazing player. But he had to go through some stuff this offseason, and there was a potential of him deciding not to return to college football because of some injuries and some issues with surgeries. And I won't get into the entire story. I encourage you to go look at it because it's a great piece. I'll put the link in the description of this show here for you guys. A fantastic piece that was done for Frank Harris. But he's back, and they think that he's going to be ready to go for the start of the season. There's a lot of people talking about a potential trap game for an SEC team in Tennessee when they play UTSA. I think they could be right. I think there is a huge probability that we see UTSA take out the Volunteers. I'm not going out with hot takes, and that's not one of the shows that I plan on doing with major predictions, but count me in saying I would not be surprised whatsoever if the amazing offense from UTSA, the powerhouse that Jeff Traylor is building in San Antonio, took out Tennessee. Victor Wembanyama is not the only great thing happening to Alamo City, okay? These Roadrunners, they're something. So I want you to pay attention to them. I paid attention all season long last year, and I don't regret a single snap. I watched every single game I possibly could, and I plan on doing the same this coming season. Questions revolving around Zachary Franklin to Ole Miss. Obviously a big wide receiver, hitting the transfer portal, leaving for the SEC. Yeah, it's going to sting. But let's not forget that the squad still has weapons. Cephas, D. Clark when he's healthy, Cardona's at tight end. I think he's one of the most underrated tight ends in all of college football. Him and Frank Harris they got it. They have a good chemistry. And Kevorian Barnes, what he did as a freshman at running back last year, now he comes in his second season, having the full load as running back for UTSA. Watch out. That's what I'm going to say, watch out. I think we're going to be talking about Barnes not just on a G5 level, but as a top 10 running back in the nation level. I do. I really do. You're going to see this little bit of love for UTSA on this show, but it's well-deserved, and I think it has a lot of ammo behind it as well. Tulane versus UTSA, those two teams in the American are going to be really fun this year. Both those teams are going to be really fun, but I put my money on UTSA. The defense is going to be much improved this season. We're going to have a full actual preview for UTSA on the channel coming in the upcoming days, so stay tuned to there. Birds up, everyone.